Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. My name is Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. On behalf of Milton Academy Live, I am coming to you live from Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. Should be a good game here today. This matchup is an Independent School League girls soccer contest pitting the visiting St. George's School Dragons up against the hosting Milton Academy Mustangs. As we get ready to get this one underway, let's take a look at the rosters for these two teams. We're about 8 minutes out from the start of this game, so let's take a look at the rosters. We'll start off with the roster for the visiting St. George's Dragons. Going in order of jersey number, first off, we have a sophomore goalkeeper from Cooperstown, New York, number 00, Ava Hill Edgar. Next up, a junior goalkeeper from Winnetka, Illinois, number 1, Maggie Newsom. A junior forward and midfielder from Salisbury, Connecticut, number 2, Molly Metcalf. A sophomore defender from Middletown, Rhode Island, number 3, Emily Ryan. A junior midfielder also from Middletown, Rhode Island, number 4, Maya Nunez. A senior midfielder from New Canaan, Connecticut, number 5, Callie Holland. A sophomore midfielder again from Middletown, Rhode Island. That place is popular for St. George's. That is number 6, Maeda Helendrung. A sophomore midi from Portsmouth, Rhode Island, number 7, Ciara Dellenbaugh. A junior forward and midfielder from Portsmouth, Rhode Island, number 8, Ashley Quintal. A junior midi from Douglas, Michigan, number 9, Lexi Lacerda Jones. A sophomore forward from Enfield, Connecticut, number 10, Michaela Birmingham. A sophomore forward and midi from Middletown, Rhode Island, number 11, Liv Clanion. A senior defender from Middletown, Rhode Island, number 12, Grace Tatarosian. A junior midfielder from Brookline, Massachusetts, number 13, Sophie Bourdain. A senior defender from East Greenwich, Rhode Island, number 14, Julia Hasseltine. A freshman midi and defender from Jamestown, Rhode Island, number 15, Kate Miles. A sophomore defender from Westfield, Massachusetts, number 17, Gwen Hosmer. And finally, a sophomore midfielder from West Palm Beach, Florida, number 20, Olivia Debs. Head coach of the St. George's girls soccer team is Meg Coffin, with assistant coaches Sarah Mongan and Xander Jones. So that is the roster for the visiting St. George's Dragons. Now let's take a look at the roster for the hosting Milton Academy Mustangs. Again, going in order of jersey number for starters, we have a freshman midfielder from right here in Milton, Massachusetts, number 1, Alyssa Ruiz. A junior midi from Norwell, Massachusetts, number 2, Zola Alcaro. A sophomore midi from Norwell, Massachusetts, number 4, Michelle Rubez. A sophomore forward from Hingham, Massachusetts, number 6, Abby Dunn. A sophomore midi from Boston, Massachusetts, number 8, Jordan Stukin. A sophomore midi from West Tisbury, Massachusetts, number 9, Claire Monet. A junior forward from Pembroke, Massachusetts, number 10, Kat Buckley. A senior midi from Dover, Massachusetts, number 11, Carly Bell. A junior defender from Milton, Massachusetts, number 13, Audrey Howley. A junior forward from New Rochelle, New York, number 15, Amanda Alegria. A senior defender from Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, number 16, Haley Englert. A senior forward from Milton, Massachusetts, number 17, Sarah George. A junior defender from Hingham, Massachusetts, number 19, Ella Walsmith. A senior midi from Milton, Massachusetts, number 20, Jane Feeney. A sophomore forward from Milton, Massachusetts, number 21, Sophie Petherick. A senior defender from Hingham, Massachusetts, number 22, Anna Cressman. A junior defender from Milton, Massachusetts, number 23, Emma Petherick. A junior forward also from Milton, Massachusetts, number 24, Annie Renz. A junior defender from Norton, Massachusetts, number 25, Bryn Leahy. A senior forward from Roslindale, Massachusetts, number 26, Ava McNeil. A junior defender from Hamilton, New York, number 28, Abby Holcomb. And then the two keepers who have two alternative jersey numbers for Milton Academy. First, a junior from Maynard, Massachusetts, wearing either number 0 or number 29, Claire Candela. And then another junior from Milton, Massachusetts, number 99 or number 30, Adriana Ruiz. Head coach of the Milton Academy girls soccer team is Peter Kahn, with assistant coaches James LaRochelle and Rachel Abernethy. So that is the roster for the hosting Milton Academy Mustangs. They've now got 40 minutes on the clock. The teams are huddling up. We're almost ready to get this one underway. Can hear the whistle from the officials. The Milton Academy girls soccer team currently trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Their most recent loss came on Monday against Tabor 3-1. Before that, a 1-0 loss on, 1-0 loss to Worcester Academy on Saturday. And then a week before that, they had a 1-0 loss to Rivers. Their last win came on October 20th at St. Mark's School by a score of 2-0. So Milton Academy hoping to get back in the win column here today. Once again, Jesse Mayfield-Shan on behalf of Milton Academy Live, happy to bring you live coverage of this Independent School League girls soccer contest. If you enjoy the broadcast, make sure to hit the like button. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all our upcoming live streams, whether they be for athletics, performing arts, or anything else going on here at Milton Academy. Feel free to engage in the live chat. If there's anything I'm getting wrong, any information you think I should know, maybe I'm pronouncing a kid's name wrong and you want to correct me. I want to be corrected if I'm getting something wrong. So I encourage you to do that. Or if you just want to give a shout out to your team or your favorite player, then I encourage you to do that as well. In the meantime, the players now coming out onto the pitch. As you can see, the Mustangs doing their patented suicide run entrance onto the field. The Milton Academy players look like they'll be starting from my left to get this game underway. In the dark blue jerseys with white jersey numbers and orange outlines, while on my right will be the St. George's Dragons with their white jerseys and red jersey numbers. Starting in net for Milton Academy today will be number 0, Claire Candela. And we can see Milton Academy will have the opening possession as number 24, Annie Renz, lines up at the center. Meanwhile, it looks like number 1 will be the keeper for St. George's. That is Maggie Newsom. There's the whistle. Renz passes it back to Carly Bell, and we're underway. Pass over to Ava McNeil. Ahead is collected by Feeney. Feeney's centering pass escapes Alcaro, but she chases it down and passes it down the far side. A centering pass to Bell. Bell tries to boot it ahead, deflected away. Deflected back ahead by Alcaro, off ahead. And we've got our first whistle as Annie Renz kind of ran over one of the St. George's backs. I believe that was number 12, Grace Tatarosian, who got run over that time. Free kick from the Dragons, bounces far, and Candela's just going to swoop in and take it. So Milton Academy resets as this one is rolled out to, I believe, number 9, Claire Monet. Long pass downfield finds number 17, Sarah George, but it's taken away by St. George's, and now a through pass intercepted by Carly Bell. Bell clearing kick is going to go out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for St. George. Centering pass goes to number 8, who quickly finds traffic. Good defense by Ava McNeil, and it's kicked away to Alcaro. Alcaro sends a pass across midfield, but nobody there, and so St. George's will take over. But now it's lost out of bounds. This is going to be Milton Academy ball. Throw in from, I believe, Haley Englert. Went to Renz, but too much defensive pressure, and it's kicked away. Long clear goes all the way back to Candela, who scoops it up just inside the box. Rolls one out to Anna Cressman, number 22. Cressman kicks it down the line. It's collected by McNeil. Off the side of her foot and out of bounds. Throw in for St. George's, quickly stolen away by Jane Feeney. Feeney leading pass. Sarah George is there. Big chance for George. Takes the kick and just misses wide. A nice setup from Jane Feeney. Just George couldn't get her feet set as it was just barely out of reach of where it would have been perfect for her to be. But let it be known, Milton Academy gets the first big chance at the net. Is now McNeil trying to fight the ball away. Too many white jerseys, though. McNeil staying with it. McNeil trying to get it away. McNeil still scrumming for it, and finally loses control of it as the sun dips behind some clouds. This long kick goes back to Monet. Monet just barely gets it away despite some pressure. Centering pass finds Bell. Pass ahead to Alcaro. Alcaro kicks it ahead and deflects awkwardly, but taken by number 14, who battles with George and loses it out of bounds. This will be St. George's ball. Number 14 is Julia Hasseltine. As now it's taken away again by Milton Academy. Attempted pass from Bell to Feeney is cut off and intercepted. And now they're trying to rework it. Number 6 passes to 7, Now down the far side, now down the line. It's again going to be scooped up by Candela. No substantial offensive threats from St. George's thus far, but in soccer, those can come at any moment. As again, Hasseltine takes it. A give and go goes back to Hasseltine, but now her pass intercepted by Englert. Centering kick to McNeil is lost. And now this pass intercepted by Monet, popped into the air. Feeney kicks it away, but still stays with the Dragons. Couple deflections, and now back to Monet. She boots it across midfield and out of bounds. This throw-in goes to number 6, Maeda Helendrung. Attempted pass back, almost intercepted by Renz, but gets the favorable deflection out of bounds off the kick from number 17, Gwyn Hosmer. Throw-in now, goes down the line. George has it, centering kick, finds Feeney. Feeney gets swarmed, but manages to get the ball away to McNeil. McNeil pops one in the air towards the box, but it's scooped up easily by Newsom. Maggie Newsom just kind of surveying things here. We're only in the 5th minute of action, as this kick is now popped into the air by George, and she's chasing after it herself, trying to gain the edge on Hasseltine, but runs out of room and loses the ball out of bounds. Looks like it's going to stay Milton Academy ball. Throw in is deflected. Ren's chasing after it, pops it high in the air, too high and out of bounds. Anyone who's watched Milton Academy soccer this season knows that Renz has the speed to just swoop in and make an attack out of nothing sometimes. She's a player to watch out for on the Milton Academy offense for sure. Now Newsom with the goal kick. It comes in low, almost intercepted by Feeney. Despite losing balance, St. George's gets it away. McNeil battling for it, but again, they get it away. A centering pass to Helendrung. Helendrung passes ahead, deflects back to Helendrung, but now lost control. Kicked away by, I believe, Bell. Alcaro now sends a leading pass. Feeney trying to swoop in. Cut off, but a deflection by George. Now George trying to take it along the far side, and George has it kicked away by Hasseltine, and Hasseltine clears it down the far side and out of bounds. Throw in goes to Renz. Renz passes back for Englert. Now too swarmed, it's kicked away, deflected by Alcaro, but then popped into the air. Downed for a second, still being scrummed for. Finally kicked out of the box by St. George's, kicked right back by Monet, and deflected ahead by George, but then kicked away by the St. George's defense. Now it's a race for the ball, but it looks like Monet is going to get there first and simply pass it back to Candela, who kicks it right back to Monet. Monet now winds, kicks it down the line, but deflected back by St. George's, as Milton Academy now working the ball upfield. Renz passes over to McNeil. McNeil's got some space to dribble. Leading pass. Feeney and Renz chasing after it, but Newsom gets there first, kicked away. Goes all the way down to number 10, Michaela Birmingham, but her pass misses wide. Haley Englert will be throwing this one in for Milton Academy. And we've got our first substitution here in the 8th minute. For Milton Academy, replacing Anna Cressman will be number 19, Ella Walsmith. Throw in from Englert, deflected, a couple deflections. Ball being chased, taken by number 17, but lost control of it. Now kicked ahead to Renz. Renz now breaking through along the far side. She's got some space to dribble along the edge. Centering kick, dangerous chance. McNeil taps it, but just goes high, but still in play. I thought that one was going to sail over the bar for sure, but instead it stays in play. Now Feeney trying to send it back to the middle, but this time scooped up by Newsom. Again, a big chance for Milton Academy. Newsom pops this one in the air. High bounce is being chased down by Englert as she kicks it back to Candela. Candela dribbling, now sends a kick down the near side for Walsmith. Walsmith got some pressure but managed to get the ball away to Bell. Now passed over to Leahy, who sends it ahead to McNeil. McNeil dribbling. Now passes through to Alcaro. Alcaro sends a leading pass. George trying to swoop in. Sarah George takes it. Big chance for George. Shot saved. Nice play by Maggie Newsom, as Sarah George had a big chance there. That was nice off-ball movement to chase down that leading pass and set up a good chance. Just a very nice save by Maggie Newsom. Now an attempted leading pass by St. George's, but Monet is too fast and Candela was able to swoop in for it anyway. Candela pops this one in the air, takes a bounce, downed for a second, but then taken away by St. George's number 8, Ashley Quintal. Attempted pass intercepted by Englert, kicked ahead and deflected. Feeney trying to chase it down. Jane Feeney now dribbling with it, going along the near side. Centering kick finds Renz. Renz swarmed by defenders, though, and the ball is kicked away by number 17, Hosmer. Hosmer pops one down the line, but it's being chased down by Bryn Leahy. Kicked back to Candela. She takes it and now kicks it up the middle. Cut off and intercepted. Now a shot deflects off the body of Monet, but recovered. Attempted pass, and now this kick is launched out of bounds. That was a big chance for Quintal, but good effort by Claire Monet to just get her body in the way of the shot. It was a long shot and probably wouldn't have landed anyway, but still good defensive efforts. Throw into Leahy, pass to Bell. Bell now kicks it ahead into some open space. Cut off for a second by number 7, but then Sarah George uses her speed to swoop in and take it. Pass back to Englert. Pass ahead. Alcaro fights for it and gets it. And a pass back to Monet. Don't let Alcaro's smaller size fool you. She can fight for those 50-50 balls, as you saw right there. As now a fight is going to be won by St. George's. Popped up shot just high. Big, dangerous chance off the turnover. A good effort by St. George's number 5, Kaylee Holland, to take it away. And then it was number 10, Michaela Birmingham, who popped up that shot just a little too high. This goal kick just goes to Monet. Now Monet passes for Leahy. Leahy trying to get it out of there. And now scrumming for it are Quintal and McNeil. And Quintal's going to take it. Alcaro now battling her for it. And Quintal maintains control. Now taps one down the far side. And lost out of bounds. Number 7, Ciara Dellenbaugh, couldn't quite chase that one down. And now we've got a couple of subs coming in for Milton Academy. Replacing Sarah George and Nola Alcaro, we have Alyssa Ruiz. And can't quite see her number yet, but I'm sure I'll see it in a second. As this throw-in was taken for a second by Renz, now deflected. Holland was fighting for it, but it's taken away by Bell. Passed ahead, but cut off. Deflects back to Bell. But now Holland cuts it off, passes to Quintal. Quintal floats it down the far side, and it looks like it'll be out of bounds. Englert will throw it in. She throws it in for the other new player, Jordan Stukin. It's kicked away by, I believe, Helendrung, but now Stukin steals it away, tries to pop it in the air, kicked away by Hosmer, and now after a deflection, it's taken for a second, but now we got a handball call. This is going to go against St. George's. Free kick taken by Monet, popped high in the air, deflected, and taken by Quintal. Attempted pass, misses the mark, intercepted by Feeney. Feeney, centering kick by Renz, but I think they called a penalty on Renz for getting too physical there against Tatarosian. few sparse big clouds are able to occasionally give us some shade here in the first half, as a free kick for St. George's finds Quintal, but it's taken away by McNeil and passed back to Walsmith. Now over to Bell. Bell tries a leading pass, but Newsom's going to swoop in and take it before Feeney can get there. I mean, in that situation, the defender's got to box out. You got to give your goalie more time to race to that. That could have been dangerous for St. George's. As Newsom punts this one in the air, downed for a second, now taken by Alyssa Ruiz. Deflection goes out of bounds. They're going to say off Ruiz, as she was battling Dellenbaugh for the ball. Throw in now, deflected. Now sent towards the middle, but intercepted, taken by Bell. Bell's been everywhere so far here in the first half, as her pass goes ahead to Feeney, who then loses control of that pass and loses it out of bounds. Throw in from Emily Ryan is downed by Holland. Now kicked by Quintal. Number 9 sends it towards the middle, intercepted by Monet. Monet trying to kick it away, almost loses it, but keeps control. Her kick now deflects off the back of Quintal, but taken by McNeil. McNeil manages to get a pass away to Ruiz. Ruiz's kick deflected by Hosmer and chased down by number 9, Lexi Lacerda-Jones. And now we got a dead ball, and this is going to be a free kick for St. George's. We're in the 16th minute here in the first half. No score thus far between Milton Academy and St. George's. Gwyn Hosmer taking the free kick. This goes off the head of Monet the wrong way, but it's going to go right back to Candela for an easy scoop. She chucks this one like a quarterback down the far side. Englert kicks it ahead. And now I believe this is Stukin dribbling with it down the far side with some space to work, but she's running out of space. Manages to kick it ahead to Renz. Renz trying to dribble through. Attempted centering pass is cut off and deflected away. Recovered by Milton Academy by Renz, but she couldn't keep control of it. It's kicked away, and Dellenbaugh sends it down the line. Monet trying to cut this one off as it skips past its intended target, and now lost out of bounds. This will be Milton Academy ball. Throw in now is deflected. Scrumming for it. Lost out of bounds. Throw in, or... oh, they had to wait for some substitutions. Looks like number 4, Michelle Rubez, and number 10, Kat Buckley, check into the game, replacing Bryn Leahy and Jane Feeney. Throw into Bell. Pass. And now over to Ruiz. Ruiz sends one ahead for, I believe, Stukin, but loses control of it against Hosmer, trying to get it back. Pass back. And now intercepted by Englert. Englert trying to work around the far side. Loses control, and it's booted away by St. George's. Recovered for a second, and now a favorable deflection out of bounds off the kick from Carly Bell. Throw in is immediately lost out of bounds. It'll just be a goal kick. Newsom the kick. Goes off the foot of McNeil, but downed by Quintal. Quintal now dribbling with it. Still dribbling. Now sends a leading kick, but it goes right to Candela. Looked like she was trying to lead number 13, Sophie Borden. Now Carly Bell with the ball. Manages to get it away to Walsmith. Walsmith's kick is deflected and couldn't keep control of it. Taken away by Callie Holland. Passed over to Borden. Now Borden sends it over the far side for Dellenbaugh, but her kick is deflected away. Swooping in and kicking a leading pass was number 14. Borden tried to chase down, no dice. This will be a goal kick. Hasseltine's kick just went a little too far there. Now we got a couple subs coming in for St. George's. As this one is kicked over to Rubez. Rubez tries to send one through, deflected by Lacerda-Jones and taken by Quintal. Now passed back over to Lacerda-Jones. Now towards the middle, intercepted by Bell. Bell pass over to Renz. Renz sends it ahead, finds Buckley, who tries to tap back, and Bell gets to it, tries to send it ahead, finds Stukin. Stukin gets cut off, and it's taken away by Hosmer, passed over to Lacerda-Jones. And a floating pass fooled Monet. Big chance for Birmingham. Birmingham dribbling with it. Fires, misses wide. Just ran out of room there. Almost a catastrophic mistake from the center back, Claire Monet. You don't see her make a lot of mistakes back there, but that one was almost costly. But she recovered well and made sure Birmingham didn't have a clean spot to take a shot, as that one almost dangerously deflected, but recovered by Bell. Pass down the near side for Walsmith. Walsmith trying to fight her way through Lacerda-Jones, but lost out of bounds. Throw in now, goes to Renz. Renz taps it ahead, and now a give and go, aiming for Renz. Renz with that speed gets the ball easily. Now dribbling down the near side, running out of room, gets tripped up. Did they call the penalty or did they just call a goal kick? It looked like Renz got tripped up in the box. And it looks like that indeed is what the call is going to be. This is going to be a penalty kick for Milton Academy. Nice draw by the speed from Annie Renz as she forced Grace Teterosian to trip her up. And now it looks like it'll be Ava McNeil taking the penalty kick. Big chance for Milton Academy. There's the whistle. Kick from McNeil is in! Milton Academy takes the lead off the penalty kick score from Ava McNeil. (1-0) now the score here in the, as we just enter the 22nd minute here in the first half. Now St. George is trying to get things moving, but quickly intercepted by Carly Bell. Pass to Ruiz. Ruiz tries to send ahead, misses the mark, but then almost stolen back. Pass gets away, a number of deflections, and now Quintal takes it, trying to lead. Big chance for Birmingham, but Rubez gets there first and takes the ball away. Rubez manages to kick it out of traffic, and now they're just sort of triangle passing as this one goes to Bell. Bell trying to fight through Quintal, gets some help from number 6, Abby Dunn. Couple passes, and it goes to Englert. Englert floats it up, and it's kicked away by number 3, Emily Ryan. Now another few kicks, a bit of a spin, losing the ball, but they're going to say it touched the hand of Kat Buckley. 1-0 the score off a PK goal from Ava McNeil, off a penalty draw from Annie Renz. Gwen Hosmer now taking the free kick right around midfield. She sends this one flying towards the box, bounces in, and it's going to be scooped up easily by Candela. Candela decides to take her time and now rifles that one over to Ruiz. Ruiz turns around, passes for Dunn. Dunn now dribbling around. Pass deflected away by Lacerda-Jones. Collected for a second by Buckley, but it bounced off her hand again. Now Hosmer boots this one. Deflected. Now booted by Quintal and just misses high and wide. St. George's has had a few chances here. Here in the first half. Not as many, I would say, as Milton Academy, but the chances have been there. As this goal kick is deflected and now stolen away by Helendrung. Attempted pass is kicked away by Monet and over to Englert. Englert now fighting down the far side. Sends a pass, gets through the defense, gets to her target. Now a leading kick going for Buckley, but it's cut off by Tatarosian and kicked away. And now they're working down the far side. Ruiz trying to cut it off with some help, and finally booted away by Monet and out of bounds. Thrown in and deflects out of bounds now. Milton Academy ball. Throw in here. And now an attempted pass down the far side is stolen away. Big play by number 21, Pethrick, as the pass to Stukin just misses the mark. Great effort, though, by number 21, Sophie Pethrick. Newsom punts this one into the air. High bounce off the head of Monet. St. George is trying to down it, and now deflected out of bounds. We're going to say last touched by Monet. Throw in for the Dragons. Awkwardly taken by Helendrung. She's being swarmed by several Milton Academy players and finally taken away. But now I think we just got a delayed penalty call against Milton Academy. There were several players in there trying to put the pressure. But now this will be a free kick, once again taken by Gwyn Hosmer. Hosmer just awaiting the go-ahead from the officials. There's the whistle. Here's the kick. It's flying towards the box, but right into the arms of Candela. Easy stop. Rolled into Alyssa Ruiz on the run. She's got some room to dribble here. Now sends a pass ahead, misses Buckley, and tracked down by Tatarosian. She tries to clear it away, but nobody's there except Buckley. Now tapped back to Stukin. Stukin sends one towards the box. One hops into the arms of Newsom. Just under 14 minutes left here in the first half. Milton Academy 1, St. George's 0. This one goes off a couple feet and out of bounds. Weird sort of foot collision there between Abby Dunn and Haley Englert. And throw-in is taken away by Milton Academy, but the loose ball goes to Ryan. Passed ahead for Lacerda Jones. Tough deflection from Walsmith, but Lacerda Jones tracks it down, but can't keep it in bounds. Now, substitutions checking in. Looks like Bryn Leahy and number 15, Amanda Alegria. My mistake, that's number 23, Emma Pethrick, who checks in. And Dunn tries to kick it down the line, but can't keep it in bounds. This will be a throw-in for St. George's. And after that scrum for the ball, they're going to say last touched by Milton Academy. Another throw-in from Ryan. This one finds Helendrung, but her kick is deflected by Emma Pethrick, goes to Dunn. Pass back to Bell, now sent back to Monet. Monet pops this one in the air, deflects down, but being scrummed for, and Buckley manages to get it away to Alegria. Alegria now passes ahead, finds Dunn. Dunn trying to lead Buckley, but too far, scooped up by Newsom. Newsom throws it in, deflected down. Now popped into the air, and that one's going to bounce out of bounds. Throw in here. Sophie Pethrick now with the ball, heading up the far side. Running out of room against Hosmer. Still battling, but lost the ball out of bounds. I believe they're calling a goal kick. Just over 11 minutes left here in the first half. 1-0, the Academy lead off of a penalty kick goal by number 26, Ava McNeil. This goal kick goes into space, and Emma Pethrick takes it away, tries to send it towards the middle, but nobody there, but draws the penalty call. Good efforts by Emma Pethrick. Now with just under 11 minutes to go in the first half, we got a free kick from a fairly close distance, set to be taken by Claire Monet. Monet lines up, fires, deflects off the head of Holland, and pops up into the arms of Newsom. Talk about using your head. I know that's a common tactic in soccer, but that was really putting your body on the line for a nice defensive effort by Claire Holland. Now scrumming for the ball. It's taken away by Ruiz. Passed ahead to Sophie Pethrick. Sophie Pethrick trying to gain the edge, but runs out of room. Working against Hasseltine. Now a centering kick. Lost by the goalie. Juicy chance, but they couldn't collect it. Kicked away by St. George's. Now collected by Rubays. Rubays fights through one defender. Can't fight through the next as she lost control of the ball. It's booted out of bounds. This will go back to the Mustangs. Throw in goes to Ruiz. She couldn't fully keep control of it. It's kicked out of bounds by Lacerda Jones. Another throw in for Milton Academy. Pethrick throws it in. Weird deflection, chased down by Quintal. Kicked into open space, taken by Walsmith. Walsmith tries to kick it ahead. Finds a target. Tapped back, popped shot by Dunn, misses wide. Milton Academy bringing the heat late here in the first half despite already having a one-score lead. Newsom kicks up the middle. And now trying to steal it back is Pethrick. Pass over to the far side, now sent towards the middle. Deflected and booted away. And now lost out of bounds. Thrown in, deflected, collected by Ruiz. Sent to the middle, but kicked away. Goes back to Monet. Monet pops it across midfield. Now Newsom kicks it into the air. This one floats high, and it's going to be chased down by Rubays. Rubays now sends it ahead, misses the mark, intercepted by Ryan, but now stolen away from Quintal by Abby Dunn. Dunn passes it over to one of her teammates, but lost, taken back by Dunn. Now a pass into space, intercepted by Lacerda Jones. Lacerda Jones tries to kick it, but too much pressure from Pethrick, and it's stolen away by Dunn. Dunn sending it down the near side. It's being chased down by Ryan. Ryan trying to kick it away, but deflected by Alegria. Now booted by Emma Pethrick towards the box. Buckley's trying to chase after it, but is cut off. Clearing kick deflects and is taken for a second by Dunn. Lost her balance a bit there, and now she and Bell are fighting for the ball. A lot of physical scrumming. Refs just letting them play. Really just letting them play. And finally taken away by Quintal. That one is kicked into space to Dellenbaugh. Now cut off by Walsmith. And ball is lost out of bounds. It'll go to Milton Academy. That's one of those plays where both sides might be screaming for a penalty call, but the refs just let it play out. as now St. George's loses track of the ball. Excuse me. Scooped up by Candela. Candela now boots this one high in the air. Takes a bounce, goes off the head of Buckley. Ryan trying to box out Alegria. Alegria trying to battle for the ball, but it's taken away and booted away by Hosmer, but deflected for Dunn. Now Dunn passes back to Rubez. Now to the middle to Bell. Bell passes ahead to Alegria. Touch pass, misses the mark, and it's kicked away by St. George's. Kicked back, deflects, kicked away by Lacerda Jones. Now chased down by Sophie Pethrick. Pethrick pass to Dunn. Now back to Pethrick. Pethrick pass ahead for Buckley. Folks looking for a handball call. No handball call on that one, and now we got a penalty call against Milton Academy. Free kick will be taken by Hosmer. Again, one of those rare situations where both teams are kind of looking for a call there. I think it managed to hit two players' hands simultaneously, and so the refs just kind of decided to just let it play out. Because when both teams commit the infraction, who would you give the dead ball to? Hosmer sends this one flying and deflects off of Pethrick. Then Lacerda Jones tries to kick it ahead. Nobody there but Michelle Rubez. Rubez dribbles a bit, now passes over to Emma Pethrick. Pethrick dribbling along the near side. Still moving, but stolen away by Quintal. Quintal's long kick intercepted by Monet. Monet now dribbling with it. Claire Monet, the center back, dribbles and fires and misses wide. Now we got some subs checking in for Milton Academy. Among them, it looks like Sarah George and Annie Renz. Just over 4 minutes left in the half. Milton Academy 1-0 the lead off a PK goal from Ava McNeil. Kick into space. Alegria fighting for it. Alegria takes it away, passes over to Renz. Renz now leading for Ruiz, but just a bit too much, and it's scooped up by Newsom. Nonetheless, good efforts all around, especially from Amanda Alegria fighting for that 50-50 ball. As this punt is now deflected and is taken by St. George's. That's Dellenbaugh who passes ahead. Now a pass over to Quintal. Quintal slips and loses the ball. It's stolen away by Ruiz. Ruiz tries to kick it ahead. Cut off by Tacharosian. Now passed over to, I believe, Dellenbaugh. Dellenbaugh passes down the far side. Now attempted centering kick for Borden is intercepted by Monet. Monet clearing kick is taken by Helendrung for a second, but then stolen away. Now pass ahead for Alegria, just misses the mark. And now taken away by Ryan. Ryan's kick deflected down by Pethrick, but then Lacerda Jones, and then ultimately taken by Carly Bell, passed back, and then passed ahead for Dunn. Stolen away by Holland. Now Helendrung tries to kick for Dellenbaugh, but just a little too high, and it deflects out of bounds. Throw in now. It's being scrummed for, finally kicked away by Milton Academy, goes to Alegria. Alegria tries to pass awkwardly for Ruiz. Ruiz manages to collect it, but has trouble keeping control of it against Ryan. And now ultimately kicked out of bounds by Tacharosian. Just over 2 minutes left in the half. And this will be a throw-in for Emma Pethrick, as now it looks like Nola Alcaro checks back into the game, replacing Abby Dunn. Throw-in goes straight to Alcaro, but stolen away by Holland off the weird deflection. Kicked into space, now kicked away. Bell takes it, pops it in the air, trying to lead Renz. Annie Renz trying to use that speed again. Renz got past the goalie. Tap for the shot is cut off at the last possible second. Good defensive effort by Grace Tacharosian, but it does draw a corner kick. This will be the first corner kick of the day, here in what is now stoppage time. Clock frozen at 2 minutes. Only the officials know how much time we got left. Alyssa Ruiz lining up to take the kick for Milton Academy. This one popped into the air. Weird deflection, but grabbed out of the scrum by Maggie Newsom. That was quite the defensive effort by Tatarosian because Renz did a really great job setting herself up for the score on that one. As now scrumming for the ball, it's going to be taken away. It's going to deflect over to George and Hasseltine. George manages to take it, trying to weave her way through some defenders. Finally passes it back to Alcaro. Alcaro dribbling along the far side, being pursued by, I believe, Hesseldrung. Now a couple passes, it finds Bell. Bell being pressured. Pass gets away to Emma Pethrick. A weird deflection off the kick, and it goes back to Newsom. Newsom punts this one towards midfield. Immediately kicked away by Monet. Weird deflection now passed from Alcaro. And now over to Ruiz, but she couldn't keep control of it. Kicked away by Hosmer. Out of bounds, and this will go to Milton Academy. Pethrick the throw in to Ruiz. And that's going to be the whistle for the half. We are halfway through here at Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. Your score so far, the Milton Academy Mustangs 1, the St. George's Dragons 0. Lone score so far came around the 21st or 22nd minute on a penalty kick by Ava McNeil off a penalty draw from Annie Renz. So 1-0 the score. I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan coming to you live with this Independent School League Girls Soccer Contest on behalf of Milton Academy Live. If you're enjoying the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, stay on top of all our upcoming live streams of Milton Academy events, athletics, performing arts, and otherwise. Feel free to engage in the live chat. You know, send out your cheers for your favorite teams and players, or just let me know if there's anything you want me to do differently here with this broadcast. We encourage audience feedback and welcome it wholeheartedly. And even if you're not watching the live stream, if you're just watching this after the fact, I encourage you to do the same in the regular comment section. But for now, Milton Academy 1, St. George's 0. McNeil, the lone goal scorer. I'm Jesse Mayfield Sheehan on behalf of Milton Academy Live. I'll be taking a break, but I'll be back with the second half. Stay tuned. Absolutely, please. I've been wanting that all season. Number 9 is Moan. Yes. Thank you.
And number 25
yes.
is Leahy.
Leahy.
Yep.
Excellent.
I mean, you're pretty good with all the rest of them from what I've heard.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
no
sir.
problem.
I appreciate
no,
that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, which player's your kid, by the way?
Leahy.
Leahy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely would understand wanting to get her name right.
No, that's all right.
Also, she's a good player.
Yeah, I think she's hurt. She came out.
I was wondering because they usually.
Yeah, she's got a bum shin. So I don't know what she's doing.
That's a bummer because she's been an effective center back.
Yeah, I mean she never really comes out. The last couple games.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's so weird because traditionally in soccer in general you don't take out your center backs. Those are the guys you leave in all game.
Yeah, usually Claire and Bryn, kind of stay.
Yeah.
You haven't live streamed in a few. Bryn actually jumped up and he had her playing some midfield.
Oh wow.
Which obviously you sub your middies, but so she was coming out, but she's a little banged up. I don't
midfield's a position that'll bang you up.
Exactly.
Especially when you got Bryn's size, because I can imagine that's why they want to move her to midi, because some size in the middle can be huge.
I just hope she feels better. She plays hockey in the winter too, so I hope she's all right for when that comes around.
Oh yeah, no, I'll be looking forward to that once winter comes around. All right, thank you very much, sir. And welcome back. We are about to get the second half underway, looks like, as the Mustangs are out on the field. Sorry about that. We're actually a little bit over a minute left before the second half gets underway. I think Milton Academy is just eager. Don't blame them. They're doing great so far. Hello again. My name is Jesse Mayfield Sheehan for Milton Academy Live. I am here at Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts, bringing you live coverage of this Independent School League girls soccer contest between the hosting Milton Academy Mustangs and the visiting St. George's Dragons. Right now the score 1-0 in favor of Milton Academy. The lone goal scorer, Ava McNeil, scored around the 21st, 22nd minute off a penalty kick after a nice penalty draw by Annie Renz. So good effort by both of those players to get their team on the board. But for now, I've got my first couple of corrections on pronunciation of last name. For Milton Academy's two starting center backs. So first off, number 9 is Claire Moan. I was mispronouncing it as Monet. And then number 25, I was pronouncing as Bryn Leahy, but actually it's Bryn Leahy. So my gratitude to the helpful parent who stepped in to correct me. Again, if anyone else watching knows any names I'm pronouncing wrong, please let me know. Got 40 minutes back on the clock for the second half of this game. Milton Academy back out there with their starting rotation, with the exception of Leahy, who seems to have been subbed out permanently for Michelle Rubez. Seems like there's a chance that Leahy might be hurt, which is a tough loss for Milton Academy. She's been a very effective center back and part-time midi. St. George's will start this second half. Michaela Birmingham at the center, getting ready to get us underway. Pass back, and here we go. Ashley Quintal pops this one into the air, and it's taken by Haley Englert, passed over to Ava McNeil, the goal scorer from the first half, as she dribbles away from Birmingham, passes it back to Claire Moan. Moan's kick finds Carly Bell. Now Bell kicks it into open space and finds Jane Feeney. Feeney manages to get around her defender. Nice work against Hasseltine. Jane Feeney dribbling, still got some space, heading towards the middle, tries to take a swing, deflected, and George tried to get a kick in there but missed it just high. Sarah George has had a flurry of chances at the net, but all of them have just been slightly less than ideal of where she'd want the ball to be. As now number 17, Gwen Hosmer, taking a free kick for St. George's. Deflects, goes to Hasseltine, now over to Dellenbaugh. Now trying to dribble with it, scrumming with Feeney, and they finally kick it away. Moan kicks it and does not get the favorable deflection she was looking for off the body of Birmingham. This will be St. George's ball. Throw-in, instantly deflected. A bunch of deflections, finally kicked away by Rubez. Hasseltine kicks it over to Helendrung. Helendrung tries to lead Birmingham, but it's kicked out of bounds by Monet, just prevents the corner kick. Only one corner kick in the first half between both teams. And now a throw-in for the Dragons, taken by Dellenbaugh. Passed over to Quintal, fires, but it's a slow roller scooped up by Claire Candela. Thrown in down the far side. Now a pass ahead to Sarah George. George's kick deflected away by Emily Ryan. Now being chased down by Michelle Rubez. Rubez pass deflects over to Carly Bell. Bell dribbles, now passes for Nola Alcaro, who taps it over to Haley Englert. Englert passes back to Alcaro. Alcaro dribbling, now sends a leading pass for Feeney. Feeney fires and misses wide. That's the kind of zone where you'd prefer the angle for a centering kick, because she didn't really have much of an angle for a shot there. But as she was chasing after it, there really wasn't much she could do other than fire for the net and hope for the best. Hosmer now taking the goal kick once again. This one's popped into the air. Goes off the foot of Dellenbaugh, but intercepted by Bell. Bell's pass taken away by Hasseltine. Now passed to Helendrung, over to Dellenbaugh, back to Hasseltine. Popped into the air across midfield. It's being chased down by Moan. Moan sends it back to Candela. Now back over to Moan, who winds up, pops this one in the air, and it bounces to Alcaro. Alcaro now dribbling with it, with some pressure, gets a bit tripped up, but no call. Feeney swoops in and kicks it back to Englert. Englert's pass misses the mark, stolen for a second by Quintal, but then Feeney swoops in and takes it back. Feeney trying to lead Annie Renz, but cut off and an offsides call anyway. We now got a brief stoppage so the officials can discuss something. The Mustangs so far this season come in with a record of 3-7-2. They're currently in the midst of a 3-game losing streak. Their third such 3-game losing streak so far this season. Last time they had a losing streak this long as... Actually, I'm going to see what's going on here, because it looks like the official is talking with Carly Bell of Milton Academy and Maeda Helendrung of St. George's. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm not sure what that discussion was about. Nobody was carded, so nothing major there. Okay. Whatever that was, this will be a free kick coming from Hosmer. Bounces and taken by Lexi Lacerda-Jones. Ella Wall-Smith tries to kick it away, but it deflects out of bounds. Throw in from Wall-Smith is kicked ahead, deflects out of bounds off the body of Ryan. Now Milton Academy trying to bring a fast throw in from George, and it's deflected out of bounds by Grace Tacharosian. George again looking to throw this one in. Goes off the foot of Hosmer. Couple of deflections. And lost out of bounds, stays with Milton Academy. Now this one thrown in, deflected and kicked away, but kicked back. Now Annie Renz trying to take control of it. Attempted centering kick, misses wide, and that's going to be a goal kick for St. George's. So like I said, the last time Milton Academy had a 3-game losing streak, they ended up hosting Groton and coming away with a high-scoring 4-2 victory. They're hoping for at least the same W result here today with a 1-0 lead, as this goal kick is deflected by McNeil, but now being chased down by Ryan, kicked out of bounds. Throw in now is taken by Renz, passed back for Bell, and Quintal just kind of runs over Bell. That's going to be a penalty call. Looks like they're going to have Ava McNeil take the free kick in the St. George's end. This one lined towards the box. Dangerous, but just not there. Might have been just a bit too high for the head of Sarah George, who feels like she's just been inches away from a goal all game long. Hosmer with the free kick, deflected down by McNeil. George loses control of it, taken by Quintal. George tries to wrestle it back, but draws a penalty call. Hosmer taking this free kick. This one booted in the air. Deflects off a knee. Being chased down by Renz. Renz starting to dribble along the far side. Now sending a pass ahead just off the mark and kicked away. Hosmer just trying to get rid of it. And she does. She kicks it away. It's deflected across midfield. Chased down by Rubez. Rubez passes over to Alcaro. Alcaro over to Bell. Bell's kick intercepted by Hasseltine, but then stolen away by Alcaro. Now a pass to an open Haley Englert. Englert dribbling, trying to tap ahead for George, but off the mark, and it's scooped up by Newsom. Newsom pops this one in the air. High bounce, downed and taken by Englert. Englert dribbling, looking, surveying, finally gets a pass away, finds Feeney. Feeney slides in and maintains control. Now a pass over to a wide open George, shot right into the hands of Newsom, and offsides anyway. Hosmer's kick skips past Renz, being chased down by Lacerda Jones and Renz takes it. Passes over to McNeil. McNeil sends it ahead to Feeney. Feeney turning around now, a leading pass. Renz takes a shot and just stopped by Newsom. What a save. Now St. George is trying to clear it away. It's chased down by Walsmith, but it's out of bounds, so Walsmith's actually just going to take it for the throw-in. Throw-in goes to Rubez. She maintains control, dribbling across the middle. Surveying. Now sends a leading pass for Englert, but kicked away by Hasseltine. But now stolen back by Alcaro. Passed back. Now passed over to Bell. Now Bell pops one in the air. It deflects down to the far side, but it's being chased down by Renz. Renz takes it, trying to get around Ryan. Renz battling, still trying to gain the edge. Gains a bit of an edge. Centering pass for George, just off the mark. Again, Milton Academy not letting up despite the 1-0 lead. Generating some big scoring chances. You imagine they want at least one more score to really solidify their advantage. Hosmer getting ready for the goal kick for for St. George's. This one kicks, deflected down. And Lacerda Jones pops it in the air, but goes right to Englert. Englert now kicks it ahead. George taps it ahead. Feeney's chasing it down. Jane Feeney fires and stopped by Newsom again. Maggie Newsom has been a wall here in the second half. Now this one taken by Lacerda Jones, kicked ahead, deflected, and collected by Quintal. Quintal trying to maintain control. She now sends a leading pass for Dellenbaugh. Dellenbaugh working against Englert and trying to get control of it, but Englert deflects it out of bounds and gets the favorable deflection. This will be Milton Academy ball. Quick throw in. Feeney takes it, deflected by Hasseltine, but a teammate swoops in and kicks that one away. Now Renz trying to kick for Sarah George. George collects it, starting to dribble, tripped up. That's going to be a penalty call every time. Once again, McNeil will set up for the free kick, and she's not going to wait. She's just going to start popping one towards the box, and a diving snag by Newsom. They lose control of it, but I think they might have called offsides on Feeney anyway. Now this one popped in the air by Hosmer, goes off the foot of Dellenbaugh and out of bounds. Throw in for Englert for George. George collects it, turns around, sends one towards the middle, deflected, still deflecting. Renz and McNeil trying to make something happen, but it's kicked out of the box. Bell floats it back in, off the hands of Newsom and out of bounds. That's going to be a corner. Maggie Newsom being forced to stand on her head. I mean, honestly, I don't care which team you're rooting for. You have to at least be a little impressed with the efforts of Maggie Newsom here in the second half. You know, whether you're a St. George's fan and you're thrilled, or you're a Milton Academy fan and you're frustrated, you just got to recognize the game at this point. As now they get ready, a corner kick from Alcaro towards the box, bounces, and it's going to be scooped up by Newsom. Newsom's punt bounces past Lacerda Jones, bounces past Walsmith, and is lost out of bounds. Oh, but I think are they saying that? Oh, it's a substitution. That's why we're stopping. George and Feeney check out. In comes Jordan Stukin and Kat Buckley. As the throw-in goes to Carly Bell, pass over for Rubays. Rubays dribbling through. Michelle Rubays has some space. Pass ahead for Stukin. Stukin's kick deflected and now taken away. Swooping in and stealing it is Rubays. Michelle Rubays showing some speed. Attempts to kick, deflected, and then booted away by, I believe, Hasseltine. And now the kick is taken away. Passed ahead again to Rubays. Rubays just winds and fires and juggled a bit by Newsom and lost out of bounds. This will be another corner for Milton Academy. Alcaro setting up for the corner once again, as it looks like Newsom might have gotten hurt on that play. You know, it looked at the time like she didn't collect that shot the way she wanted to. And if that's the case, this might be a non-contact injury, which can honestly be the worst kinds of injuries. Because if you got a contact injury, then, you know, that might just, you know, it might just be like a bruise or something, and you can just walk that off. But when you've got a non-contact, that means something bent wrong. You know, that could be anything: a pull, a strain, a tear. But certainly, again, no matter who you're rooting for, you have to hope for the best for this young lady. I mean, she has been standing on her head in this second half. She's been giving an undeniable effort, you know, worthy of respect from either side. And it looks like she's okay. It looks like she's able to just shake this one off. And so she's going to stay in it. In the meantime, Nola Alcaro lining up to take the corner kick for the Mustangs. A slight breeze blowing through here at Dennis Field. Alcaro pops this one in the air. Off a foot. Barely kept out of the net and out of bounds. And I think that might be another corner. That one looked like it might have gone off the foot of Stukin, but then was deflected out of bounds by a St. George's defender. So now another corner kick from the other end. Third corner kick of the second half for Milton Academy, 4th overall. Alcaro takes a low kick. It skips in and is kicked into the air by Holland. Downed and taken by Walsmith. A pass for Alcaro is slightly off the mark, taken away by Lacerda Jones and cleared down the line. Big leading pass is off the mark and out of bounds, taken back by Milton Academy. A quick throw in from McNeil over to Moan. Moan passes ahead for Bell. Bell dribbling through some open space, sends a pass ahead, cut off by Hasseltine, and I think we've got a penalty call. Looks like this one went against Hellendrung for some overly physical coverage of Carly Bell. So Ava McNeil, who has the only goal so far today off a penalty kick, now taking another free kick in opposing territory. And it looks like maybe some pushing and shoving before the play as the official comes in to figure out what's going on here. Looks like the official is talking with Bell. You know, again, nothing happens there. So now McNeil lining up for the free kick. There's the whistle. McNeil launches just high. Little over 20 minutes left in this game. Milton Academy 1, St. George's 0. The goal kick is kicked away. And now Milton Academy trying to kick it back, but it's taken by Hellendrung. Now passed over to Lacerda Jones. Now to the middle. Finds Birmingham. Now passed over to Dellenbaugh. Dellenbaugh sends one over to the far side to Lacerda Jones. Lacerda Jones tries to pass ahead. Finds Holland. Holland cut off and stolen away by Bell. And a pass goes ahead down the far side to Renz. Renz bringing it down the far side. Renz still going. Holland chasing her from behind. Renz still dribbling, still coming around the edge. Deflection is going to be a goal kick. Good efforts by Emily Ryan down there in the corner to get the deflection her team needed. As a substitution, Emma Petherick comes in replacing Ella Walsmith. This one booted into the air by Hosmer. Tapped by Birmingham. Now tapped by Lacerda Jones off the head of McNeil. Taken by Rubez. Rubez fighting her way through. Hits traffic. Now passes over to Bell. Bell sends it ahead for Alcaro. Alcaro dribbling with some space. Still dribbling. Hits some traffic. Tetarosian kicks it away. Now being chased by Dellenbaugh. Kick deflected out of bounds by Englert, but they're going to say, no, they are going to say St. George's ball. Throw in from Hasseltine, misses the mark, taken by Bell. Pass to Rubays. Rubays lost control of it, taken away by Holland. Still fighting for it, and it's kicked away by Englert, but skips right into the box for an easy scoop by Newsom. Newsom pops this one high in the air and shallow. It's tapped ahead for Dellenbaugh. Swings a pass over to, I think, Quintal. Now popped up, trying to lead Birmingham. Birmingham runs out of room, passes back to Dellenbaugh. Favorable deflection goes to Helendrung. Helendrung passes it away to Quintal. Quintal battling, has to pass it back to Hosmer. Hosmer tries to tap it, kicked away by Dellenbaugh, back to Hasseltine. Now popped in towards the box. McNeil trying to clear it out against Holland. Holland somehow gets it away to Quintal. The ball's deflected away from her, taken by Helendrung, over to Lacerda Jones, but then deflected away, and Roubaix swoops in and kicks away the loose ball. Deflection now taken by Renz. Renz picking up speed. Renz dribbling, tries a leading pass, takes a weird deflection and lost. Renz recovers her own lost pass, starts dribbling against Ryan, winds and fires, and taken by Newsom. Just under 17 minutes left as Newsom pops this one in the air. Englert takes it, passes ahead to Alcaro. Alcaro sort of loses track of it there. Buckley tries to tap it. Ren's trying to chase after it, but Ryan gets there first and kicks it out of bounds. Now some subs checking in. Looks like we've got Alyssa Ruiz and I think Abby Dunn, and I can't quite see the other. Throw in goes to Dunn, passed back towards the middle to Rubays, now over to Ruiz. Ruiz winds and fires, deflected up in the air, and then after a bounce, it's scooped up by Newsom as she gets a bit tangled up with Buckley. Newsom now punts this one up. Deflects around a scrum, chased down by Englert. Englert turns around, passes ahead to Ruiz. Ruiz now dribbling with it. Sends a pass over to Rubays. Fights off the defender. Still dribbling. Sends a pass back to Dunn. Dunn dribbling, but swooping in and taking it away is Birmingham, who kicks it out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for Milton Academy. Englert throws it in down the line. Hasseltine kick deflects off of Stukin. And now Hosmer swooping in trying to take it. Too many blue shirts, and it goes to Rubays. Rubays weaving her way through, tries to send a pass, intercepted and taken away by Quintal. Quintal now dribbling with it. Englert pursuing her from behind, but she sends a leading pass for Birmingham. Big chance for Birmingham, but swooping in and kicking it away is Ava McNeil. McNeil's really been showing her flexibility today. She sort of worked as a midi for much of the first half, but then in the second half they swapped her with Rubays, and now McNeil's been playing center back. As a big chance now for St. George's, but they cannot capitalize, cleared away. Now booted back in by Hosmer, downed by McNeil, and McNeil kicks it away, finds Ruiz. Alyssa Ruiz dribbling with plenty of space to work as she crosses midfield, sends a pass, is deflected away and taken by Hosmer. Pass over to, I believe, Dellenbaugh, now over to Quintal. Quintal battling, keeps control, passes ahead to Helendrung. Helendrung's kick deflected away by Moan. Back to Hasseltine, who tries to kick it. Now Moan kicks it ahead once again, and now it's a race for the ball. Hosmer is going to get there first and kick it away, but it's taken by Stukin. Stukin tries to send it towards the box, but it's just going to roll into the arms of Newsom. Newsom pops it into the air. Skips past, taken by Emma Petherick. Petherick trying to fight her way through, but too many white shirts. Taken away by St. George's. Entering kick off the mark, intercepted by Englert. Englert now dribbling down the middle. Pass gets ahead to Buckley. Now pass over to Ruiz. Ruiz. Pass over to Dunn. Dunn still working her kick, deflected by Hosmer. Deflected back. And ultimately won by Birmingham. Her kick deflected by Moan. Now kicked by Rubays. Now kicked by Hasseltine, but bounces off a teammate and out of bounds. That went off of number 15, Kate Miles. Throw in from Englert is ultimately won by Hasseltine. Hasseltine's kick is deflected by Rubays and stolen by Stukin. Stukin trying to dribble her way through, draws the penalty call from Hosmer. And it looked like she kind of fell hard on her shoulder, but she's getting it up and walking it off. Nice chance for Milton Academy here as they get a free kick from deep in the opposing end, and it looks like they're going to have Claire Moan take this one. Here's the whistle. Moan fires way high into the air. No chance for that one, and that's going to be a goal kick. I mean, firing from that position is harder than people think it is because you got a wall of defenders making it so you can't shoot it low. You can't shoot one that rises. It's got to just go straight in the air, and so it can be really tough to exactly get the touch on it that you want. This goal kick is down and kicked towards the middle to Ryan. Ryan tries to pass ahead, but taken away by Ruiz. Ruiz trying to battle now against Ryan along the far side. Ryan trying to take it away. Ruiz kicks it into open space, but kicked away by Tachrosian. Chased down by Rubays, but she loses balance, and it's taken away. Now I think this is Holland popping it into the air, trying to lead Birmingham. Birmingham has to turn around and pass it back to Dellenbaugh, now back to Birmingham. Now the pass back goes right to Emma Petherick. She takes it away. Now a centering pass for Ruiz. Ruiz dribbling with it. Still towards the middle. Pass aimed at, I believe, Englert. Englert trying to, or no, I think that's Alegria. My mistake. That was Amanda Alegria trying to fight for that one. Couldn't quite get it. As now St. George is working on the clear. Now a bit of a scrum for the ball. And we got a penalty that's going to go against Milton Academy. Just over 10 minutes left here in this ball game. Milton 1, St. George's 0, and this ball is booted out of bounds. Quick throw-in goes off the foot of Ruiz, downed by Alegria. Alegria tries a centering pass, kicked away, and now deflected. Couple deflections, and McNeil decides to take it and kick it back to Moan. Moan kicks it across midfield, finds Stukin. Stukin attempted centering kick, intercepted by Tachrosian, kicked ahead, and now ripping it away from Holland is Dunn. Dunn's kick is deflected a couple of times, ultimately booted away by, I believe, Hasseltine, as now we got an open space penalty as Rubays gets shoved to the ground from behind by Birmingham. McNeil will have another free kick for Milton Academy. McNeil's kick launched towards the box and over everybody. Looks like this will be Hasseltine taking this goal kick for the Dragons. And it deflects off of Lacerda Jones and out of bounds. Englert getting ready to throw this one in. Sends it down the line. Alegria tried to swoop in and move it ahead, but lost control of it out of bounds. Hasseltine throws it in, downed by Dunn, back to Hasseltine. Popped up, taken by Birmingham, but her kick intercepted by Englert, tapped back to Monet. Monet trying to dribble around, working it down the near side. Claire Moan. Moan still working down the near side. Centering kick, taken out of the air by Newsom. Not often you see a center back taking it that far down the opposing end, but Claire Moan breaking convention on that one. Now this one deflected out of bounds by Ryan. It'll be a throw-in for Milton Academy. Throw-in goes off the foot of Ruiz, off another foot, off another. Now, I believe that's Jane Feeney tapping it back to Bell. Carly Bell now trying to lead Emma Pethrick. Pethrick cannot chase it down. That's going to be a goal kick. Just over 7 minutes left here in this ball game. Now the goal kick from Hosmer up in the air, a bit of a deflection downed by Feeney. Feeney dribbling, trying to work her way through, trying to send a pass, but intercepted, kicked away by Hosmer. Bit of a deflection, and now the ball finds Helendrung. Kicked across midfield, but intercepted by Moan. Claire Moan dribbling with some space to work. Now sending a leading pass for Feeney. Feeney takes it, gets around the defender. Big chance for Feeney. Ran out of room, but it's deflected out of bounds off the defense. That'll be a corner kick. Swooping in at the last second was Hasseltine, after Feeney managed to dribble around Hosmer. Alyssa Ruiz lining up to take the corner kick, but Ava McNeil swoops in to take a normal pass, but it's off the mark. Best laid plans as McNeil gets a pass away to Moan. Moan dribbles and stops, now sends a pass into the middle. Dunn trying to escape the traffic, a pass back. Walsmith couldn't keep control of it. Now it's cleared out by St. George's, but now intercepted by Bell. Bell's pass off the mark, taken away by Lacerda Jones and tapped over to Quintal. Now sent into open space, being chased after by Hasseltine. Hasseltine couldn't quite keep it in, or she did keep it in bounds. There was no whistle. Everybody thought there was going to be a whistle, but not quite. McNeil pops it in the air, gets over one defender, but it's kicked away by Tatarosian, and now lost out of bounds. Just over 5 minutes left. Throw in from Englert to Bell. Bell trying to keep control of it. Deflects away to Feeney. Feeney's kick deflected away. Chased down by Englert. Kicked back to Moan and now popped into the air. And now Feeney taking off after it. But she's not going to get there first, and that'll be kicked out of bounds by Hosmer. Englert throws it in right into traffic. Weird deflection taken by Alegria. Alegria centering kick. Dangerous, but diving in and taking it is Newsom. That was a big chance for Emma Pethrick, but just couldn't get to the ball before the keeper. Popped into the air. And we got another call for a shove against Birmingham. And now Moan getting ready to take the free kick. Slow pass to Bell. Bell fighting off Holland. No penalty call that time as Holland sends a pass down the far side for Birmingham, as McNeil kind of cuts her off and forces her to let it roll out of bounds. Some subs coming in. Looks like Dellenbaugh checks back into the game, and actually they're going to say this is St. George's ball. Throw in. Taken by Ruiz for a second, but then taken away by Helendrung. Pass towards the middle is intercepted by McNeil and booted away. Lost out of bounds off the foot of Ryan, and that's going to be Milton Academy ball. 3 minutes left in this game. Milton Academy 1, St. George's 0. As another one deflects out of bounds. Another throw in from Walsmith, and Dunn pops it in the air, trying to lead one of her teammates. Chasing it down is Pethrick. Emma Pethrick working against Ryan along the far side. Pethrick manages to get a retreating pass away, but it's off the mark and taken away by St. George's. Pass gets ahead to Quintal. Quintal passes it back to Lacerda Jones, who pops it into the air into open space, and that's just going to roll out of bounds. Englert's throw-in is booted away by Helendrung. A deflection, it goes out of bounds, and they're going to say St. George's ball. Throw in here. Passed back to Hosmer, who kicks it across midfield, popped into the air by McNeil, and it bounces off of Lacerda Jones and out of bounds. Englert throws it in. We are in stoppage time now. Clock frozen at 2 minutes as Hasseltine gets the favorable deflection out of bounds. Throw in. Deflected. Taken away by Moan. Claire Moan off to the races again. Winds up in kicks. Deflected. Chasing down the loose ball. It's ultimately taken by Feeney, and we've got a whistle. Looks like Tatarosian was down for a second, looking kind of hurt. She's right back up. But it looks like because they blew the play dead, there has to be some kind of a pause, maybe a required substitution, I don't know. Looks like Tatarosian is waving them off. And it looks like they're going to give the ball to St. George's, so I'm not sure if they decided that was a penalty against Milton Academy or what. But either way, Hasseltine pops it into the air. It's over the head of Lacerda Jones. She gets a foot on it, pops it down the near side, but out of bounds. 1-0, the Milton Academy lead. If they can hold on through stoppage time, they will get the win and snap the 3-game losing streak. Moan sends this one across midfield, deflected back by Hosmer. Tapped ahead by Dellenbaugh, but right to McNeil. McNeil dribbling with it, still dribbling, being chased from behind. McNeil still has the ball, turns around, passes back to Moan. Now kicked, a bit of deflection, but taken by Dunn. Dunn kicks it across midfield, kicked back by Dellenbaugh. And now trying to deflect ahead for Birmingham. Birmingham sends it towards the middle, bounces and scooped up by Candela. Candela taking her time. Now punts it towards midfield. Deflects off the foot of Ruiz. Now being chased after by Hasseltine. Feeney tried to swoop in and take it. Kicked out of bounds. It'll be St. George's ball. Throw in from Hasseltine off the foot of Lacerda Jones and out of bounds. Right back to Milton Academy. Throw in by Englert. Goes to Ruiz. Ruiz trying to send one to lead Alegria. Alegria takes it along the near side. Takes a kick, deflected. She recovers, centering pass off the mark, kicked away. And now booted towards midfield. Quintal trying to work it. Loses it out of bounds. Now Moan looking for a place to throw. Chucks it across midfield. Deflected out of bounds. Throw in goes to Bell. Bell swings it over to the far side to Emma Pethrick. She lost track of it and is now chasing it against Ryan. Now they're scrumming for it. Pethrick takes it away, kicks it towards the middle, but it's kicked away by Helendrung. Over to Dellenbaugh, but she lost control of it. Taken by Dunn. Pass to Pethrick. Now towards the middle. Scrumming for it, and it's kicked away by Helendrung. Lacerda Jones kick deflected by Englert. Couldn't quite keep it in bounds. Throw in from Hasseltine is deflected by Moan. Popped into the air off the foot of Hosmer. Downed, kicked by Helendrung. Too far, and it's taken by McNeil. She kicks it right back to Candela to end it. That's your final whistle. Your final score here at Dennis Field at Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. The Milton Academy Mustangs 1, the St. George's Dragons 0. Milton Academy snaps the 3-game losing streak and improves to 4-7-2 on the season. The lone goal coming in the first half around the 21st or 22nd minute off a penalty kick goal from number 26 Ava McNeil off a penalty draw from number 24 Annie Renz. Plenty of other great scoring chances for Milton Academy, but ultimately the only score on the board came from that one. But of course it was all they needed as a fantastic effort controlling the ball and minimizing the threats against their own keeper managed to produce the shutout. So I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan, wrapping things up here for Milton Academy Live. Thank you so much for tuning in to this Independent School League Girls Soccer Contest. If you enjoyed the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all of our live streamed content, whether it be athletics, performing arts, or whatever other events the school might put on that we decide to live stream. You can stay up to date on that by subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave any comments in the comments section after the stream is done. You can still watch this after the live stream is over. It remains up on our channel after the fact. So even if some folks you know missed the live stream, they can still see all the action from today's game. But that's going to do it from Dennis Field at Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. On behalf of Milton Academy Live, I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. Your final score, Milton Academy 1, St. George's 0. Thank you all for watching, and have a great rest of your day.